All right, guys, so it's definitely getting to that time of year where we start to kind of wrap up a lot of the products that we test throughout the year, and I start doing like my favorite list. And so today I'm going to start with my favorite open ear style earbuds. Now this isn't the clip-on style, this is the one that's just kind of like hanging over your ears. And that's mainly because that's been the pair that most people have been interested in this year. And I honestly think that that really is the direction that true wireless earbuds are going. So what this is just a list of my personal favorite. I'm not saying that I've tested all of the ones out there. I'm not saying like this is the best of the best. But if somebody were to come up to me, these are the ones that I would recommend. This is like my top 5. And these aren't full-on reviews. If you're interested in full-on reviews of these, I will have it linked in the description. If you're interested in the mic test, I'll have all of those in the original videos. But let's go ahead and jump into the top 5. Let's go ahead and start with number 5 on the list, which is the Phil GS or Golden Sound. These come in at $89, although right now they're on sale for about $79 on Amazon. They are high-res wireless certified with LDAC playback. They have custom 18mm drivers, so that is a fairly large driver. Once you start testing these, you'll realize they have to be larger drivers because they are also competing with your outside surroundings, so I kind of get why they have the larger drivers. It does have Bluetooth 5.3 and it supports multi-point, so you can connect to more than one device at a time. They do have an app which does give you some EQ options, although it's not like necessarily very effective on this pair. They are IPX5 rated, so it does give you some water protection, but not much. But that's honestly kind of the theme with all of these. None of these get above IPX5. So I'm kind of hoping that next year we start to see more water protection and dust protection on this style of earbud. The battery life on these, though, is going to get you through a full day because it gives you 10 hours on the earbuds on a single charge. And with the charging case, you're going to get about 32 hours total. But the main thing that's going to draw you to these is this sound. I love the way that they tune these. I like that they focus a lot on clarity, but it didn't like just alleviate bass altogether. It just has this really nice dynamic sound overall. And I think being able to pick these up for under $100, especially at that $79 price tag, was definitely worth putting these on the list. Now, number 4 on the list is the SoundPEATS GoFree 2. Now, this is more of a budget option because it comes in retailing at only $59, although right now on Amazon, it's dropped down, or at least with the coupon code, you can pick them up for only $44. And this is another pair that is high-res wireless certified, that has that LDAC support. It's also another pair that has Bluetooth 5.3 with that multi-point. Again, that's very convenient, being able to connect to more than one device at a time. Now, the drivers on these are 16.2 millimeters. Now, this is very common in a lot of these that are on this list, but again, that's a larger driver than what you find in normal earbuds, and it's because it has to produce a louder sound and something more powerful to be able to compete with the surroundings. Now, this pair comes in at IPX5. So again, the same type of water protection. It does have 9 hours of battery life on the earbuds, with about 35 hours total using the case. So it's just slightly less on the earbuds compared to the Phil, but it's more with the case. So kind of gives you a better trade-off here. And it also uses SoundPEATS Improved app. Now, this is still not one of the best apps out there, but it definitely gives you a lot of good options for EQing these. So you want to tone down the bass or bump up the low end, you do have all of that right there within the app. And another thing is you can also switch them into a gaming mode. So it's a really good pair if you're going to use them for different types of media outside of music. And the sound on these, again, is just another pair that's really dynamic. This is one of the pairs that surprised me when it came to the bass. A lot of the open ear style earbuds just don't produce low end very well. And for this to be a budget pair or a less expensive pair, I was really impressed with the low end and just the overall dynamic sound that these had. And again, that's why I put the SoundPEATS GoFree 2 in at number 4. Now, number 3 on the list is the Oladance OWS Pro. Now, this is the most premium, or at least the most premium priced one that I have on the list, because these come in retailing at $229. Although, right now with Amazon, and again, this is like Black Friday deals or Black Friday week deal or what all's going on, you can get these for $172. And I just think this one has a premium look and a premium feel. It's a really nice polished product. And again, coming from a company like Oladance, which a lot of people aren't necessarily familiar with yet, I was just blown away by the overall experience that I had while testing these. It does have the multi-point connection. The battery life on these though are insane. On a single charge, you can get 16 hours on the earbuds and about 58 hours using the case. So that is definitely some of the best that I've seen. It does only have an IPX4 rating, so it's not as well protected as the other ones on this list. But again, it's kind of on the same line. IPX4, IPX5, just not much of a difference here. But what really just made these stand out, and the reason that I still put them on the list, even with the higher price tag, is the overall sound quality. I think this is some of the best sound on any open style true wireless earbud, and the bass is so impressive. This is the closest thing to a regular pair of true wireless earbuds when it comes to the low end, and this is one of the first pairs that made me realize like you didn't have to sacrifice sound quality by going to an open ear style earbud instead of just using a normal true wireless earbud. So the sound quality is fantastic. So even though it's higher price, I still feel like the value's there. You're just getting a more premium style product. So that's why I put the Oladance OWS Pros in at number 3. Now, number 2 on the list, this was a very surprising one for me, was the Baseus Sport 1. And not surprising as in they were delivering when it came to value. That's something that I feel like Baseus has done very well throughout this year, from earbuds to this style of earbuds to their over-the-ear headphones that we checked out recently. But these only came in at $50 as far as retail price, and right now you can pick them up for only $40. And just the overall look, it still has that very premium look to it. It's not like a generic looking pair. And to me, the value is just insane. You again still have that Bluetooth 5.3, so you do have multi-point connection. It has a neckband attachment, so if you're going to be at the gym or you're going to be out running, obviously you can just kind of take them out of your ears, and that neckband attachment allows them to just kind of hang. You don't have to put them in the case or put them somewhere. And so it's less that you have to carry with you if you're going to go and be in those environments or be in those type of situations. The battery life on these though is only 7.5 hours on the earbuds and 30 hours using the case. So that's on the lower end compared to some of the other ones, although it's not far off. And the water protection again is only IPX4, so nothing mind-blowing here. And I don't understand why this style of earbud doesn't have IPX6 or IPX7 getting closer to like waterproof protection. So do keep that in mind, if you're gonna be by the pool or at the beach, you gotta just be a little careful. But it is using a 16.2 millimeter driver, and this driver is solid. Just the way that it's tuned, again, it has that dynamic feel. All of these on this list kind of have that same approach. They're not trying to be more towards treble or just all bass. It feels like everything's pretty well balanced. Everything still has that dynamic approach. You get your low end and you're getting brighter treble. This pair doesn't hold back. I was really pleased with it, and being able to pick them up at $40 is why I put them all the way up to number 2. Now, number 1 on the list, this one probably isn't much of a surprise. This one, I think Soundcore just did an incredible job with, and that is the AeroFit 2. They basically took like the previous year models, which they had a standard version, they had a pro version, and they just combined everything. They don't have a pro version this year, and they dropped the price tag all the way down to $99. So it is a little bit more than some of the other ones on the list. But this one is giving you that same premium feel that the Oladance does, but the lower price tag. It's just a very well polished product. Now, I have stuck to using the blue version. I think it's the best money you can spend on an open ear style earbud. This one also supports LDAC, which isn't surprising. It's just very adjustable. It's very easy to kind of move these, which is extremely important in this style of earbud. You definitely want the speakers, because it's just relying on that directional audio, to be closer into your ear canal. And this one just does it the best, in my opinion. You can have it sit just right over your ears, but it still allows you to be very aware of your surroundings. Now, this pair is Bluetooth 5.4, so obviously, again, another pair that has that multi-point connection. But this pair also supports Qi wireless charging. So this one you can just drop on a wireless charger. You don't have to use a charging cable like the other ones on the list has to do. So that is very convenient. It does come in with an IP55 rating, so it does have some dust protection on top of having water protection. And the battery life hits that double-digit mark on the earbuds because you can get 10 hours on a single charge on the earbuds, and you can get 42 hours total using the case. But what makes these kind of stand out or a little bit different than the other ones is the driver that they're using is kind of what they call like a racetrack style driver. It's more rectangular. It is a 20 millimeter by 11.5, and it is a very powerful driver. It is tuned definitely like Soundcore products that we've tested before. It's very similar to their earbuds, where it has a really nice aggressive punch, but there's space in it. It doesn't feel like it's just coming in and destroying everything else. It doesn't feel like it's overpowering everything else. And it still allows for like a brighter treble. It's much more detailed while still allowing things to sound very punchy. It's just a fun earbud to listen to. And again, it's one of those that looks premium. It doesn't look cheap. It has its own unique style, which Soundcore is definitely focusing a lot more on. And it's just an overall excellent product, and that's why I put the Soundcore AeroFit 2s in at #1. But guys, that's going to wrap up my video on my favorite open ear style earbuds, at least the more sport style that has the hook and kind of hangs over your ear canal. Again, I know that this is the direction that audio is going in. A lot of people are showing interest in these. So this is going to be something I think a lot of people are going to be interested in. But thank you so much for checking out this video. Thank you so much for checking out all the other videos. And as always, make sure to stay tuned for more.